Travelers on the Omnibus occasionally touches on mature subject matter with mature language. As such, the audience discretion is advised. Celebration! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very 50th regular episode of Travelers on the Omnibus. The big 5-0, gentlemen. Don't celebrate all at once.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot that.
Oh, thank you, disembodied studio audience. We actually have a real studio audience for this one, too. It's very great.
Yeah. I forgot to wear my tuxedo, so
there you go.
Apologize, everyone.
I didn't buy a tuxedo shirt like I meant to.
Yes, there you go.
I'm also 50, so whoop-de-doo.
So we have as many
50 squared.
Oh man, that means we have to wait like 9 months before we do a 51st episode. We can't eclipse that, man.
August.
50 squared.
But ladies and gentlemen, for 50 straight episodes. Well, I'm not straight. We did have that one gap with the supercast, but there you go. But no, 50 episodes, gentlemen.
Yes.
I don't know who they are, but they said that we couldn't do it.
We're still here.
And we're still here.
Yeah.
And they're dead.
Yep, probably.
Yeah.
God
Statistically, yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure, why not?
There
They're
you
dead.
go.
Fuck them.
There you go.
That's what I say. Fuck them.
Okay, well,
Fuck you, Tommy Tellerico.
Tommy Tellerico said we wouldn't make it.
Yeah. Fuck him.
not?
He's an asshole.
Yeah, there you go. Brady,
always
while
shitting
you
on
still
someone
have
else.
energy, what have you been up to?
I had a coffee, so it should be all right.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
But we'll see by the end of this if I'm fed up with all this shit.
The answer is yes.
Yes. Not too much, to be honest. I've been so fucking exhausted. So I had my daughter this weekend, and I wanted to do something with her. So I was like, "Hey, pick something." I had casually mentioned to her, because like, even though like the D&D movie was not my favorite thing, I would be okay with going back and watching it. And she's like, she said that they'd done like she didn't call it this, but it's basically a session 0 where they all made their characters and they all introduced themselves and everything. And she sounded really excited about that. So I was hoping I was secretly hoping that she would be like, "Hey, let's go watch the D&D movie." And I was like, "Okay, I'll watch it again. It's fine. It's enjoyable enough." But she said, "No, we're going to go watch Shazam 2 Fury of the Gods." And I was like,
no.
I literally saw your brow just crumble in on itself.
and I was like, "Fuck." God.
It's a little bit harder to work through that one.
Yeah, it was fine. I really liked the first one, but man, I just didn't give a shit about seeing the second one.
I think I've heard the same sentiment from
on
a
top
lot
of the
people.
fact that, like, man, Zachary Levi is such a piece of shit. And just the fact that,
He played Chuck in Chuck.
yeah, and that's it.
He was also
He also
Shazam.
cried and begged people to not go watch John Wick 4 and to watch Shazam Fury of the Gods.
Oh, I didn't know that. Fuck him then. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, bye.
Wow.
Bye. What?
It was really sad.
That's
but
weird.
It was okay. It wasn't the worst thing. Helen Mirren and Lucy Liu were pretty good. None of the jokes landed for me. It wasn't the worst thing I've ever watched. I didn't like despise every moment, but it was fine. I refused to stay for the fucking. Also, we have a new. Okay, I forgot about this. We have a new worst theater experience ever.
Jesus.
Oh,
Okay.
I have never had a truly bad experience at the Grand in D'Iberville, but
Wait.
good
I want to make a guess.
fucking God.
I want to take a guess. Did people stand up and clap at the end of the movie?
No, they didn't.
It was Shazam, Fury of the
Whenever
Gods. Of course
let
not.
me tell you, whenever a joke was said, crickets, nothing.
Oh.
Nobody, nothing. Now, I realize that this is a superhero movie that skews a little bit younger, but it is still a PG-13 movie, and I don't expect. If I go into a fucking Illumination Minions movie, I expect there to be kids there. When I went and watched Incredibles 2 in the theater, I expected there to be kids there. There was this person sitting down the row from us that had a fucking 5-year-old that they let run wild, climb over the seats, stand up, walk around, talk all the time. And the person over here was obviously just here so that their kids could be here, because if they got a phone call, they took that fucking phone call. If they gave their kid their fucking phone so they could watch, I don't know, YouTube or whatever, and the bright light was shining wherever, and if that started making music, well, maybe, you know. When the movie started, everybody they were trying to shush people. Were trying to shush people, but like there were people on the other side talking. Like it's like, goddamn, I didn't really want to watch this movie, but I did pay fucking money to watch this movie. So please let me fucking watch the movie.
Right.
God, it grated on my nerves. It was legitimately like it was way worse than the shitty theater that I went to in Brookhaven. Like this, it was by far the worst thing ever. I'm going to go back to watching like movies that I know nobody fucking wants to watch. So I know that I'll be the only fucking one in there because god damn, this was terrible.
I had that happen to me when I saw Child's Play 2. This lady decided to bring her 5-year-old to an R-rated movie. And
Jesus.
Because that's the movie
even
you want
worse.
to go
That's
watch
even worse.
with a 5-year-old.
And the child screamed the entire time, as it should have.
Yeah.
As it. Do not personify children
Yes.
ever.
They're not humans. They're just things that drain your energy.
And your income.
Yes, that too. Yeah, it was God. I didn't even like I as soon as the credits hit, I was like, we're getting the fuck up. I don't care whatever shitty mid credit scene is in here.
You can find it on YouTube.
Also, I'm gonna spoil this fucking movie because fuck everybody.
Sure.
This had the most Deus Ex Machina bullshit that I've ever seen. The main character dies, sacrificing himself to defeat the bad guys once and for all. They bury him, and they say that he can't be brought back because there are no gods around. And then fucking Wonder Woman shows up
Of course.
and says 3 lines, and somehow she can magically bring him back to life.
Because she's a goddess.
I was like, what? This is the dumbest shit. This is the absolute dumbest dog shit writing. Good God. Good absolute God. Also, Skittles paid out their ass. There are 2 taste the rain. A young child says taste the rainbow twice in a span of 10 minutes.
I don't consider that a negative compared to all the things you've described to me. Like I would need a Skittles break at some point.
That fucking they used Skittles was an important plot. The use of Skittles was an important plot device because, and I will quote the movie, they're the closest thing that we have to ambrosia, i.e. the nectar of the gods. That's an actual quote from the movie.
That's worse than Dracula 3000.
It's the closest thing that we have to ambrosia.
Wow.
Okay. But now, is in my opinion, the worst ever is Krispy Kreme in the Power Rangers movie. Because that was literally the site of all the bad guys that they had to defend. They had to defend the Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, that's terrible. There's a Subway thing in the Uncharted movie that's really bad too, from what I've heard. The product placement, like,
well, Subway has been like sponsoring Uncharted since like the first Uncharted.
Yeah, but
they were
literally
Subway
a plot
commercials.
point is that Mark Wahlberg has to go to this thing above, and it just so happens to be in a subway, and they're in like an ancient, and they're in like a fucking Italian city. He has to like find a part of the puzzle to solve.
You could get an actual Italian sub in Italy.
Yeah,
but you don't have to. You don't have to go to a Subway.
The Subway is so terrible, and my daughter loves it, and I hate it every single time that she.
Back in the day, real quick, there was an uproar for product placement in a James Bond movie because Roger Moore pulled a drawer open from a desk, and there was a pack of Marlboro cigarettes. Pulled one out and then shut that was it though. That was it. It was just subtle. And now fucking people shoving Skittles down your fucking throat.
Yeah, I can take a product placement if it's just there. If all that they fucking drink is Pepsi, okay, that's a little annoying, but when it's like fucking plot points, that's when it really bugs me. But yeah,
I hate it in Sony movies because ain't nobody using anything but their cell phone to record footage, and they always got like Sony like handheld cameras, and it's just not how people do it.
I about lost it in one of those Transformer movies when they're like making this Transformer shit that can turn into like Beats a Beats speaker or some shit like that. I was like, what the fuck, guys?
There you go.
So yeah, I haven't had the will to do anything else. I don't know.
That's fair. You've been through a lot.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Yes, there we go.
Fucking cyber attack on our fucking.
Are you espousing the use of
No,
cyber-terrorism?
legitimately, there was a cyber attack on our network at work, and like Outlook doesn't work right now.
That would be a bonus for me. That would be like, I don't have to do emails for a day or so. That'd be great.
Except that today we were told we have to turn in our computers, and we don't know exactly when we're going to get them back. Guess what? I can't do without my computer. My fucking job.
Neither can I. I would be totally great. Yeah, send me home.
Yeah.
I have meeting. I have meetings early in the morning on Monday, and I probably won't have my computer for that, and I'm gonna have to find out some bullshit. You can't even go to our offices right now and print shit off because it runs off of the network, the connection.
Where do you work?
Censored.
Yuppies.
That's all I got.
Jody, save us. And maybe Brady as well
yes.
from himself.
I decided I needed to do some homework.
Tell me something good that happened to you, please, because
I'm working on it. I decided to do some homework for my personal podcast, Virology. So I watched 3 anthology movies Monday. I watched, in this order, Twilight Zone, the movie from 1983, Stephen King's The Cat's Eye from 1985, and then Tales from the Dark Side, the movie from 1990. Twilight Zone movie had like one really good short out of it, which is the one with there's a kid that has an overactive imagination that also translates into he can do whatever the fuck he wants. And so this lady like takes him home because she runs him over while he's on his bicycle, but he's fine. And she gets to his house, and there's quote unquote air quotes his family is there, and it's his birthday, and they're all really happy that it's his birthday, and they're all watching cartoons because he's basically a demon child and is forcing them to do whatever he wants because he likes cartoons.
I remember watching the original episode that's based on.
Right. I think the original is probably better in some ways because they changed the ending on that.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cat's Eye, the only really good short out of that is that the Drew Barrymore short with the Hobgoblin or whatever. Yeah. James Woods is in it in a story where he's trying to quit smoking, and the place he goes to was originally owned by a mob boss, and so they implement those rules when trying to get people to quit smoking, such as breaking arms and putting your spouse in an electric cage and watching them dance around for a few minutes. Yeah, it was whatever. Jeez. But the Drew Barrymore one is the only good short out of that. And the Tales from the Dark Side, if you've not seen it from 1990, is pretty stellar and still holds up. The first short in that, there's a wraparound with Deborah Harry and one of the Lawrence kids. I can't remember. It's not Joey. It's the other one.
Matthew?
Yeah, I believe it's Matthew Lawrence. And it's basically like a Hansel and Gretel situation where she's a witch and she's about to put him in an oven. He's like, hold on, I've got these stories. You want to hear them? And so he's, the catalyst for reading the stories off or whatever. And the first one is it's got Christian Slater and Steve Buscemi in it, and it's about a mummy, and it's cool as fuck. Okay. I don't even want to go into anything because it's probably the coolest story in the movie. Well, it's one of the two really good ones. And then there's a third one where there's an evil house cat that this elderly gentleman hires a hitman, who the hitman is actually Buster Poindexter, who was one of the lead singers for the New York Dolls back in the 70s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a deep cut. To kill the cat because the cat's a murderer. That one's like take it or leave it. But the third one is where this failing artist comes across a man being murdered by a gargoyle in an alleyway. And the gargoyle's like about to kill him. And he goes, you know what? If you don't tell anybody about this, I'll let you live. And then like literally minutes later, he runs into this beautiful woman and she's all freaked out because she's like, I saw a monster. And he's like, yeah, me too. Let's go to my apartment and have sex and get married. And so, and then And then, like, after years, they have kids together. It goes on for a while. He's a successful artist now. And then he goes, I need to tell you something I've been holding back this whole time. And she goes, what? And she looks really worried. And he goes, this happened to me the night I met you. And she went, I wish you hadn't have told me that. And I'm not going to tell you what happens, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. And then I watched the first 2 episodes of The Last of Us.
Well, I will say of those 3 movies, only one of them has a body count. So
Oh, yeah, right.
yeah, look up that story. There's a really good Behind the Bastards episode about it.
Yeah.
I think there's 2 episodes. Yeah.
Good stuff.
That's all I've been doing.
There you go. Ethan, how about you?
Oh, me, yes. So we've been continuing our weekly D&D game, where they managed to kill both an adult black dragon and a lich.
What the fuck?
What level are they at?
These are level 18 characters.
Oh, okay. All right.
And props to Bianca because she.
What level did y'all start at? Because nobody ever gets to a level 18 game.
The way the campaign is, they start off with level 18 characters, and after the second session, if they would like time skip, and then they would play 5th level characters.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
And the events.
That's weird.
And the events that happen in the like prologue would carry over to the 5th level character story.
They're being Symphony of the Night.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
I mean, it's
You start out powerful, then all your stuff gets taken away.
No, these are different characters.
Different
characters.
Okay.
Like, like
they're being
30
Final Fantasy aided.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
Be more.
Ultimecia. God, by 8 and 9 fight a constant battle in my brain for worst Final Fantasy of all time.
And 9's one of my favorite.
Yeah, I know.
I like 8.
But yeah, they did that, and they finally introduced their 5th level characters to each other, and we're starting that.
Okay.
Still, one thing I never considered was like figuring out like making multiple like quests at once, so that way if they finish this too soon, they have some backups to fall back on. And so I'm just kind of like world building at this point as we're going along.
It's I like. There's a couple of things like I've told a couple of other games masters that have not been doing it for too long. And that is like, just templates for NPCs and towns and stuff like that. You don't even have to put a whole lot of stuff in it. Just like a little bit of stuff, and depending on what the players do, you can just bounce off of that.
Yeah. I'm starting a new anime, and I know I mentioned this to Jody before, but one of the first animes that I got introduced to was Higurashi When They Cry.
Yeah,
And
When They Cry.
Yeah, and they had a new series come out in 2020, When They Cry Go, GOU. And from what I'm seeing, it's not a retelling of the original. It's actually like a sequel series to it.
That's weird.
Yeah, and it's very confusing because it makes a lot of heavy references to the original series, almost as if like they play back the exact same amount, but and it's like an anthology series,
right?
Kind of. And at the end of each anthology, the ending is a little different from the original series.
Well, the original series was like that too in itself. How many episodes of the original show have you seen?
Of the original show, I think I've seen every episode of the original.
So,
show.
like, this is a spoiler, but not a spoiler. In Higurashi, different characters die, like every 1 to 3 episodes, and also the person that's involved in why they died changes too. So it's like it's the same occurrence is happening multiple times, but different characters are involved in how it happens, and they might actually be involved in also dying. And there's one wraparound sort of little mini arc that's kind of tied in the middle of that with one of the incidences, but for the most part, it's until the show ends, it's okay, this person died, this person killed them, and then like a couple episodes go, and then it's every 3 episodes is like a different arc, but with the same characters kind of thing. Kind of like how seasons of American Horror Story. They have the same actors but different characters.
Yeah.
Well, the same characters but different characters have different positions in the story.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so it's kind of weird, like going back through,
It's
even just watching the original.
The original one is kind of weird because it doesn't tell you that's what's going to happen.
And so I'm still trying to figure out if I'm liking it or whatnot. So other than that, that's been me. And then we did something tonight.
Yes, something we have been teasing and poking and prodding as far as like when we're going to finally get around to it. But we had our first good night of Age of Sigmar that we've played at the shop in a good long while. We only had one match tonight. However, it was a very good one. It was our friend Derek Anderson, who's in the live studio audience tonight. Hello, Derek. Oh, you're being offered a seat to speak.
Wow.
Oh my God, this is
gosh.
this is momentous.
He's on the mic.
There you go. Get him on the mic.
Derek on the mic.
Against our own Ethan Skinner using the Auric War Clans of one John Sheldon, who is also here and is on the couch. There you go.
Yes.
So, gentlemen, just talk a little bit about that game and what you felt about it.
I beat
Fuck
things
them
up.
pigs.
I beat some things up.
You were playing against
Yeah,
cops.
he did
Okay,
what,
no, there you go.
he did what
Orcs
orcs-
are cops. I just realized that because they're
Orcs
pigs.
aren't cops.
He did exactly what he's supposed to do.
There you go.
You just run them in.
There you go. Just
be
run.
aggressive
Yeah.
the entire time. And
Well, I said this before, and I will stand by it. What is the point of having big, meaty hands if I can't use my big, meaty hands?
you have a point.
I mean, it's
Wait a minute. Let me pick a thing. There we go. All right. There we go. There we go. That'll work perfectly there.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
You-
I'm not gonna do it again.
Did
I
you have fun
promise.
there, sir?
We may never know. No, but this is the second time. This is actually you played 2 games. One fielding orcs, the other one fielding against orcs when you had my corn demons.
Yes.
Over there. So far, two games in. How'd you feel about it?
I'm undefeated.
He
So
is
far,
un-
I
he is
am
undefeated.
undefeated.
He definitely is.
He's undefeated. So Derek, how many times do you like rolling the number 1? Because you do it a lot.
Jesus.
I roll it too many damn
You roll it
times.
too many
If I
damn
didn't
times.
have bad luck. I
So
wouldn't have any
one of the
at all.
greatest models ever created is Lord Croak, who is a undead mummy frog super brain being.
Oh, I know
Only
why you
shows
like
up
it.
when he
Yeah.
deems it
Yeah,
necessary.
and he's like, oh, it's like I need to regulate some things because I'm the only true point of order in the universe. So he shows up and like he's just supposed to be able to just cast whenever he wants, but if you roll double ones, he can't cast. I have
I've done
counted.
that almost every game.
Oh no,
I've
sir,
played him.
sir, I have counted. He has fielded Croak 2 times. He's been able to cast 2 spells. Every other time it's double ones, and he miscasts and he can't cast no more. He can
Jesus.
cast 4 times in a turn.
Jesus.
He's only been able to cast him 2 times in 2 games.
I also rolled 5 ones.
You rolled,
and
yes.
See, you need to do what
Jesus.
I did whenever I roll bad on dice and just throw them in the closest hallway.
Just throw him in the
Yeah.
nearest hallway, and it just works. Eventually, he got 1 good roll out of it in our Cypher System game, so it was
Yes.
good there. I personally think you should just find all of the skills and abilities that allow you to re-roll ones, and that way you'll always at least have a re-roll, and just and you'll be
The
fixing.
problem
I
with
might
that
actually be
is
able to
they're
succeed.
getting rid of rerolls in Age of Sigmar. Most things nowadays, especially if they're updated, don't
Well, you better hurry up and play whatever's up, not updated yet.
Yes.
do away with rerolls.
There you go. Absolutely. But yeah, no.
But no, pretty
it was
fun.
a fun match.
I very much enjoyed it.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Alrighty. Yeah, Derek, release the seat or we will release the dogs. There we go. All right, good job. Jody's taking back over. And while we're waiting for him to take back over, ladies and gentlemen, thank you always for this night and for 49 separate other nights before this for stopping by and spending a little time listening to what we got to say.
You all have spent a year with us.
Yeah, more than that. Actually, I got the email at the end of March. I want to say it was like March 30th, marked the 1-year anniversary of the first uploading of Travelers on the Omnibus.
Y'all have been with us for over a year.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Absolutely. Every single view, every single feedback. Just to shout out a few people just on the feedback side of things. Brad Townsley, of course, Kevin Gallo, aka Ronan Rusta, Jared and Kevin over at Silence Your Cell Phones, Jason and Mike over at Whiskey and Wrestling. We're going to plug you guys again too, but just separately, thank you so much for taking your time out of your day to listen to us. You are our friends, but you're also, again, you could be doing anything else and you chose to be listening to us, so greatly appreciate there. Want to send a special shout out to my friend Megan Green, who sporadically still listens to the podcast, usually when she is working out. And so every so often I will get these little things quote unquote, someone will say something, she'll quote it word for word and go dying because she just thinks we're funny people.
My brother, Dylan Skinner,
aka Bob Shinedown.
Bob Shinedown.
Bob
Yes.
Shinedown.
Bob
I'm
Shinedown.
going to thank you for that, sir.
joining us on a few episodes
There you
and
go.
also giving us some feedback.
Getting some feedback. Queen Bee, Bianca, thank you very much for picking this boy to give him a better half. So greatly appreciate that one on that end.
My half is not as good, so
That's that was implied.
You
in the
didn't even
sentence.
have to say that.
But it's okay. It's okay.
You threw yourself under the bus this time.
Yeah, the omnibus. Oh,
Jesus Christ.
But if you would like to continue to listen to us, or if you have friends who you think might be interested but don't listen to the things you do, what do they go to? Saga. That is Spotify, Apple, Amazon, and Google. Actually, that's SAG. That's
Sag.
Sag.
That's sagging in Nordic. SAG. There you go. There you go. And also, if you want to leave us feedback, it is always travelers on the omnibus at gmail.com. Again, travelers, 1L on the omnibus at gmail.com. Gentlemen, are you ready?
maybe.
no.
That's right. He had the right. I'm giving him 3 points already to start this off with. So
Thank
it's time for the main event. Ladies and gentlemen, in honor of 50 episodes of Travelers on the Omnibus, I present to you a trivia challenge. It is the Hodo Toto, or the Toto Hodo. It's the Travelers on the Omnibus, History of the Omnibus, 50 episodes spectacular.
I'm kind of excited.
I just want to say that I'm at a big disadvantage of this.
He's only ever.
I've only ever listened to 2 episodes.
By God,
However-
I know those answers.
however-
And these episodes, no, I'm not, because these episodes go out of my brain and I'm like a fucking goldfish.
As established, he is already up 3-0 on everybody else
Yeah, I do have that. So
because he did answer, "Are you ready?" and he said no, and that is the correct answer. So, I have in my hand a notebook. I have 50 pages. Each one has a question on it, one for every episode of the podcast ever.
Okay.
So, in
Interesting.
this first round, you will name a number 1 through 25. That will correspond to the episode number, and a question comes from there. Most of these questions are worth 5 points. Some of them are my classic JCQC's Crazy Question Corners, where we'll start at 5, then to 3, then to 1.
Gotcha.
Some of them will be fill in the blank. Some of them will be press your list, where you have to make a list and you're going to put as many as you want in there. Again, a variable amount of points. Some of these have a bonus question if you get it right for additional points on top of that. It's just a point buffet, as the Acadians would say. So here's how this is going to go. We're going to go once around, starting with we're going to start
let me
with
just say, goddamn, you have put way too much fucking effort into
Yes.
this shit.
I want to celebrate the fact we got through 50 of these. So yes. So
Good God.
It's going to start with Brady and go all the way around back to me. We're each going to select one question.
exhausting to
and
me.
answer it.
Okay,
the
gotcha.
the winner of the entire quiz is going to choose the topic for episode 51. So they will start out the next, hopefully, 50 episodes of the Omnibus. So that's going to be a little fun one there. So is everybody pretty much okay with the rules as far as that goes?
Yeah, I'm going to be spending this
Okay.
whole time trying to think of something just in case.
There you go. Alrighty. So Brady, a number 1 through 25.
4.
That will be episode 4. Chalkboard, the top 5 board games of all time. This is a press your list. Place these board games in order as they appeared on our overall incontrovertible top 5 list of all
Jesus
time.
Okay,
Fucking
gotcha.
Christ.
All right. The names are Tokaido, Scythe, Twilight Imperium, Wingspan, Letters from Whitechapel. One more time. That is Tokaido, Scythe, Twilight Imperium, Wingspan, and Letters from Whitechapel. Again, you can do just a list of 2, and that'll score you 2 points. If you do all 5 and are correct, you will get 5 points. I'm going to give everybody a good
We don't
half.
lose points or anything like
There's
that.
no losing point. You can have be 0 points for producing an incorrect list. Again, however many in the list that are correct, as long as all of it is correct, is how many points you get. You can get up of 5 points on this one. As we're waiting, Brady. Excuse me. Jody's ready. Ethan and Brady still tacking away.
So it was TI3, Scythe, Tokaido, Letters, and what was the other? What was the last?
Tokaido, Scythe, Twilight Imperium, Wingspan, and Letters from Whitechapel.
Okay.
All right.
Hold on.
That's quite all right.
All right.
All right, here we go. Brady, you chose it, so you started off. What is it?
It was, Letters, Wingspan, Scythe, TI3, Tokaido.
That is incorrect.
I think I know what I messed up.
All right, Jody.
Number 1, Letters. Number 2, Wingspan. Number 3, Tokaido. Number 4, Twilight. Number 5, Scythe.
That is incorrect. Ethan.
I also put Letters, Wingspan, Tokaido, Twilight, Scythe.
Everybody got the number 1 right. Letters from Whitechapel, thank God. But then his number 2 was Scythe. Number 3 was Tokaido. Number 4, Wingspan. Number 5, Twilight Imperium. Notes from this episode. I brought up that Namiji, my Kickstarter for Namiji came in, which is weird because that is the sequel to Tokaido. Brady brought up that he had seen 2 like animation classics, Coraline and Kubo of the Two Strings. This is also the first time anyone ever mentioned Neil Gaiman on the show. It took 4 episodes to do that, considering all things. Jody mentioned My Hero Academia and I died and reincarnated as a slime, which was pretty good stuff. And Ethan brought up Elden Ring and the importance of skill scaling because there was a cool weapon he wanted to use and put it on and required his dump staff to use it.
And when he actually got to play the game.
This one
I think this was whenever my computer allowed me to play the game.
This one to me established you as the modern video game player because you'll see throughout a lot of this throughout the notes. There's a lot of modern video games that you bring up before anybody else does on the show. All right, so no points for anyone. So Brady's still in the lead. There we go.
A dominating lead.
Yes,
sir.
I like it.
Jody, pick a number 1 through 25.
Maybe we'll luck out.
17.
Maybe we'll luck out. Not. It'll just be 3 to 0 to 0.
The title of this episode was Nerd Art Nouveau.
Gotcha.
Which traveler admitted? Okay, this is a buzzer question. Which traveler admitted that Jim Lee was his favorite comic artist? That is
you.
You're saying me. That is correct. Jim Lee is my favorite comic book artist.
Okay.
Notes from the show. This one was less on what we had been doing and more so on the topic itself. Big shout outs to the artwork of Frank Frazetta and to Boris Vallejo. We also mentioned Magic the Gathering a very good bit, Christopher Rush in particular. And then we also mentioned comic book artists, which is where we get that one. So Jody with a big 5 points. Very nice, Jody. Very nice. Alrighty, Ethan, pick a topic.
Pick a topic?
Pick a number, which will lead to a topic.
Lucky 11.
Lucky 11.
Nobody says that.
It's my lucky number.
Sure.
Will it be? Because
Be on the next.
yes, the next. All right. Number 11 was Bus Chatter, the Eric M. Lang trilogy. Name them. This is a buzz in. Name them. Brady.
Blood Rage, Rising Sun, and Ankh.
That is 5 points.
Yeah.
This one has a bonus question for 3 points. Put them in the order of my favorites.
Your favorites?
Yes. You don't have to buzz in. It's
Rising
only you.
Sun, Ankh, Blood Rage.
That is 8 points. Brady with 8 points. He's
Nice.
now 11 points for the show. All right. Save that down. All right. Last one I will choose myself. I will choose number 2.
Okay.
Homework. 9 Princes in Amber. This is a buzzer question. What is the name of the underwater city that is a near perfect reflection of Corwin's home? Brady.
Rimba.
I
Rimba.
cannot. He said it right on the second one.
That's
Do you
fine.
allow it? Do
That's
you allow it?
fine. I
Five-
couldn't remember.
5 points for
I'll
You
Brady.
can give me less points since I
For
I
your
did.
for your magnanimous, I will give you 3 and then 2 for that, so you still end up getting 5. There you go.
Jesus fucking
Brady
Christ.
gets 16, Jody gets 5. Ethan yet to score on the board. However, that is the end of round 1. And now with a wonderful shout out to one of our promos, let's go with Ethan Skinner.
Hey, everybody. Are you tired of the world of wrestling? Are you tired of how WWE is at this point? Are you tired of Tony Khan announcing very important announcements in the history of AEW? we could listen to these frustrations over Whiskey and Wrestling. Our good friends Jason Holder and Michael Hill, they sit down with the Whiskey of the Week. They give their reviews on it. They go into what's been happening in the wrestling world. They vent their frustrations. They vent their opinions, and then on the occasion of a pay-per-view coming up, they give their prediction on the outcomes of each match. Again, that is Whiskey and Wrestling.
Is importunate like envy of someone who has a Porsche?
Possibly.
I want to know what a Wrestling world is.
Yes.
Because that sounds
Jesus
very.
Christ.
That sounds like Scandinavian German shit.
That's the wrestling promotion hosted by Wesker from Resident Evil, where he like has a.
It might this week, from what Holder said today, it might just be whiskey.
It's just a whiskey review.
There was a
whiskey.
request to ask, were there any additional seats on the bus? And it's like, this bus is infinite, baby. Welcome back to round 2 of the Toto Hodo. This time you have to choose between episodes 26 and 50. Again, this is between 26 and 50, the last one. Now, I will now bring up something now. There is a question in this stack that has a ultra bonus answer.
Oh.
If you get the ultra bonus answer, regardless of points, you win the whole episode.
What the fuck?
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Cool.
So I'm going to say this again. In this stack of questions that I have here, there is an answer that is an ultra bonus answer. If you get that, you win the whole thing.
Interesting.
You could be 200
Good
points
God.
down.
You could
get
be like-
that question, you win, and you answer it with the ultra bonus answer, you win.
You'd be like
Alrighty.
me
Shortest
with 0
podcast
points.
episode
feeling-
ever.
I will not tell you which question it is.
Of course.
I have a
hope you
feeling
wouldn't.
that this game is not quite balanced.
It is one question out of 50.
To be fair, we are not quite balanced.
That is also true.
There you go. Alrighty.
true.
So we're going to start with Ethan on this one. Ethan, pick a number 26 through 50.
39.
39. All right.
Forwards, not backwards.
Omnibus Theater. The Barbarians.
Good God.
This is a buzzer question. What do the Barbarian twins stop to do after reuniting with their mother? Ethan.
Have sex with the concubines.
That is correct. I simpled it to orgy, which is pretty much what was assumed there.
While
but
she
yes.
lovingly looks
While she
on.
lovingly looks on. Absolutely. There we go.
Yeah.
The Barbarians.
While
ladies and gentlemen.
making walrus noises.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that fucking movie.
Do you see why I said, like, so in the prep to this, it's like, this is a lot of work, man. It's like, honestly, looking back, some of the stuff that, like, the stuff we watched and the stuff we experienced and then talked about, it literally made these 50 episodes. It's like that.
Right.
It was.
The dragon.
I will say this at the
say
end of this,
so.
but I will say it again. Meeting every Wednesday to record this and then editing this stuff has been some of the best fun I've had in years.
I'd have to
legitimately.
also agree with that.
Legitimately. So, Jody, hit me with a number.
26.
26. All the way back. Okay.
Backwards, not forwards.
Backwards, not forwards.
Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
Timey-wimey stuff, yes. Bus chatter, cyberpunk.
This is the episode I was.
Yes, this is a buzzer. What piece of recent cyberpunk media inspired this episode's idea?
Edge Runners.
Cyberpunk Edge Runners is correct. Yes, absolutely. We are big fans of Cyberpunk Edge Runners. I believe I can say that for everybody around here. Yes.
Good shit.
Notes from this episode included the tarot deck, Jody's sweet tarot deck with all of the pulp and
EC Comics.
the EC Comics looking tarot deck, which was pretty cool. Video game. Brady mentioned Tunic, which is I think like one of the neatest ideas where it's like you get items and don't know what they do, and you have to figure out through actual play.
Yeah. I got
Go for
stuck
it.
on a boss, and now I've put it down for quite some time. I need to pick it back up.
There you go. All righty, and then finally, I mentioned what in my opinion, was where we started, and I will take full blame for this. And as I said, I'm saying blame for the more schlock that we've been watching on this side of the seasons with Shark Side of the Moon. Thank you, Tubi.
Jesus.
There we go. Brady, hit me with a number.
We've done 30s. We've done 20s.
Do a 40.
47.
Bus chatter, the Cthulhu mythos and games.
I wasn't here for this one.
Yes.
I've actually listened to this episode.
There you go. All right, this is a buzzer. What first name is shared by the guest hosts on this episode?
Jason.
That is correct. This is a bonus. The nicknames for Jason, Jason from Arkansas. Name as many as you can.
Oh my
Jesus
God.
Christ.
Only he can answer this?
Only he
Yes.
can answer.
Okay.
Yeah. I cannot remember.
Okay,
Chad.
that's fine. That's quite all right. It's quite all right. Some of those will include Kennedy, Hat, Siggy, and Legionnaire. Jason Kennedy, I was hoping somebody would pick this one but thank you for your feedback throughout all this. Thank you for the kind words that you have sent to all of us as far as this goes. It's part of that spirit that keeps us going for 50 episodes and hopefully for however many more we do after this. Thank you very much, brother. Alrighty, so I will pick, let's go back to the 20s, 29. We're going to pick 29. Omnibus plays Blades in the Dark. Jody's character played. Oh, this is a buzzer.
Oh, okay.
Jody's character played the Hound, a specialist at ranged combat. In practice, however, Jody utilized what weapon primarily?
Shovel.
That is correct. You use a shovel on a cement. That is 20 points total for you in this round. You got 15 of your 20 points this round. So currently, we have Jody at the top with 20, Brady with 16, and Ethan is on the board with 5 points. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be going to our third round. But now, another message from our sponsors. Jody, you're in the lead. You can do this next one.
Yeah. So Kevin Hubbard and
And Jarrett Shelton.
Jerry Shelton hosts a little show called Silence Your Cell Phones, and they talk about movies and streaming and things of that nature. And Jared Hubbard and Kevin Shelton with whiskey and wrestling.
Where's that,
Virology. What the fuck?
where's that Johnny Walker Red that was in the room? Like, has he been hitting that? There's a little bit less in there than was there. I'm just saying. There you go. But no, since we mentioned those two real quick, one of the big things that we did, again, the non-regular episode of the show was Supercast 1. I've said it before to them, but that of all the things, that is probably one of my favorite things that we have ever done as far as this goes. Hopefully we'll be able to do that again one day if the boys from Birmingham are down here on the coast. But again, to Jared and Kevin, and again, also to Michael and Jason, again, thank you so much for everything, brothers. All right, this is round 3. I said it was going to be 6, but we've been flying through these. So
Okay.
we're going to make it 8, so it's going to be 2 trips around the table.
Okay, cool.
Now, the entirety of the bus,
Okay.
all 50 episodes,
Okay.
you can choose any of those numbers. And again, there is a question that has an ultra bonus answer. If you get that right, screw points, you just win the game.
Cool.
All righty. So, Jody, you're going to start out this one. Go for it.
We'll go with the ultimate question, the ultimate answer, 42.
42.
We need 19 more episodes so that we can do the funny number.
Omnibus Mixtape, Volume 3. This
Okay.
is a buzzer question.
Okay.
Finish this lyric. It's not that funny, my blank.
My ass is on fire.
That is correct. My ass is on fire. From
That was set up for Jody.
Yeah,
to fucking
yeah.
there are questions set up for everyone.
That's
in
not
this.
fair because that all of that shit went out of my brain. I have purged it. God damn it.
I forgot who Eric Lang was.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Jody has 25 points now.
Yeah.
Some notes from this one. Jody also mentioned Physical 100, the Korean show about basically
Yes.
what is the perfect physical specimen.
It's a fucking awesome show.
Korean
Ethan,
body.
Saw an
Ethan brought up
article about that recently.
Now, Ethan brought up Bravest Warriors, which is a great Pendleton
Yep.
Ward cartoon, and also Skinamarink from
yeah.
I still need to watch that. It's on Shudder.
Yeah.
mhm.
So yeah, that was a very good episode.
weird ass movie.
One of the things going back through all this is how eclectic all our tastes are, and how even like if we don't necessarily have a hook on that, somebody usually has a question or two that can pull that person in. And I've always liked about our conversations whenever we get into that kind of stuff. And I just that one, this is one of those where it really kind of sets off because you got a horror movie. You have not an online, but rather a streaming reality contest show, and a children/young adults cartoon series, and then you have My Ass is on Fire, which we all broke at different times on Mr. Bungle, and that one was mine. Was My
Mr.
Ass is
Bungle
on
by
Fire.
Mr. Bungle.
It's not that funny. My ass is on fire. I just wanted to state that one more time again. All right, so that was Jody's. Let's go with Brady. Brady, go for one.
16.
16. I literally went to blank pages. Let me try that again. Much better. We're almost there. 16. Bus chatter. children's media that messed us up. This is a buzzer. This is a buzzer. Brady opened up about 2 moments in children's media that messed him up. One was waiting to see if Shadow had made it in Homeward Bound. The other involved the death of a character that was a father figure, a brother in arms, and a sweet as fuck 18-wheeler. Who was it?
Optimus Prime.
That is correct. The correct answer is Optimus Prime. It named someone around our ages that wasn't fucked up by that. I don't know.
Yeah.
This one had a lot. Like, this was an episode.
The thing about that is, I didn't really watch, like, my first exposure to Transformers was the Transformers movie. So all I saw was, oh my God, here's this really cool dude. And then he immediately dies. And it's like, oh, he can't come back. What the fuck?
You know it's real when he turns black and white.
Oh, yeah. Jesus Christ.
They don't give him sepia tones just straight up there. But no, again, this was one. This, again, when we were talking about our eclecticness of this, in this episode, we talked about emulation, Stranger Things for the 3rd time in a row, because Stranger Things was that season was hot and heavy in that one. 976 Evil. I'll let you figure out which one brought that up, but you know who it is. Thor: Love and Thunder, Blood on the Clock Tower, and the first time Kevin Gallo ever gave us feedback.
Oh, okay.
So there was a little bit of everything happening in that episode, which was it because that was an episode about everything that happened to us when we were
We can
kids.
mark that down as a tragedy. Good.
There you go. That's it. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna go for, you know what? I don't think we said it. Number 25, the season finale. Actually, it wasn't the season finale, but no, who knows? No, it's actually Chalkboard. The top 5 wrestlers of all time.
Okay.
This is a buzzer question. How many guest stars were on this episode? Ethan.
I believe 2 guest stars.
That is incorrect.
3?
That is correct.
Damn it.
Bonus. Name them.
Have to name all 3 of them to get.
Yes, you have to name all 3 of them, and
Okay,
this will
this
be
is
3
fine.
points.
I know it was Holder, Michael. Who was the 3rd one? Fuck. I can't remember who the 3rd one was.
Okay. You get 5 points for the question. It was, yes, Michael Hill and Jason Holder of Whiskey and Wrestling, and from Paranormal Gumbo, Aaron Bernard.
Ah, shit.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
I had Holder and Aaron in my head, but I did not remember if Michael was there.
Mentioned this earlier. This was an extensive wrestling discussion. This was our biggest cast as far as regular episodes and number of people. And what I loved about that is everybody was coming from different age and like phase in time and things like that, which I thought was really fucking cool because I think it allowed for a lot of different voices on that.
I know there was like a big argument with Undertaker or Mick Foley being the number 1, if I remember correctly.
I have no idea.
I cannot remember.
Neither of those I think ended up number 1. I think the point what they were on the list was a big point of contention because I think I want to say Stone Cold ended up getting our number 1 on that one. Of all the reviews I did, this is the one.
Don't hold me to
don't
that.
hold any of us to that. Also, this was the episode where we started discussing Cyberpunk Edge Runners, which then for episode 26 then led us into our discussion of just
okay.
Cyberpunk in general.
Okay.
Which again, it's one of those things where something mentioned on one episode could spark our interest, and we would go into something else. Which I totally dig that. So I think that is Ethan. You still have to guess one.
21.
21. Bus Chatter: The Good and Bad Mechanics of Board Games.
Okay, gotcha.
This is a buzzer.
Okay.
This was the first instance of what recurring joke on the podcast? A. ... and shit. B. Ethan Bingo. C. Shut up. Or D. Jay viciously tramples on Brady's bit. Ethan.
A.
And shit.
And shit.
Incorrect.
Was I next? So
I
we
think-
all buzzed at the same time.
I don't know.
My bad.
I wasn't even looking.
Yeah,
That's
I did.
fine.
I heard his first, and
Yeah.
then rock paper scissors right now. Okay, on shoot. So 1, 2, 3, shoot. 1, 2, 3, shoot.
Ah, fuck, I'm an idiot.
That's a gun.
I was doing it with my left hand. I'm not.
He brought a gun to
Look. I'm an idiot with my left hand.
Hold on.
I'm an idiot with my left hand.
Hold on, studio audience. Hold on, studio audience. So we have
God
an impartial.
fucking damn it,
We
now
have
we
no.
gotta
We have
do
an
this
impartial.
shit.
No, we have an impartial third party. Gun versus paper. What wins?
Gun?
Gun.
What kind of guns? Laser guns. So of course he's gonna win.
Okay, so Brady, you win
I'm
with
sorry.
gun.
I'm an idiot with my left
Gun,
hand.
scissors, it's fine. You go
Sure.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Uh,
Gotta remember
B.
the next time I
I
play
don't
rock
know.
paper
Ethan
scissors.
Bingo. That is correct. Ethan
Okay.
Bingo's.
That's what I was gonna say.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that next time I play rock paper scissors. I'm gonna bring a gun out and see what happens.
I'm sorry. Damn.
That was great.
Jesus Christ.
All right, that's 4 of them. We got 4 more to go. Let's start.
I feel like 10 of these points I don't
seeing
really
as
deserve.
seeing as how Brady's armed, we're gonna go with Brady next.
Have we done 36?
Have we? Let's see. We might just do it again, just for shits and giggles.
probably forgot
Might
the
as well
answer.
get my fucking age in there.
Oh yeah, we're picking on ages now. This is very interesting. No, we have not.
Okay.
Buzzer answer.
Up.
Buzzer answer. Here we go. Omnibus Theater, Casablanca.
Okay.
What is the name of Rick's gin joint?
Rick's Cafe American.
That is correct. Score now is Brady 36, Jody 25, Ethan 5.
I remember that because it hasn't been too long. I showed Lily that scene because there was a parody of it in Boy Meets World.
Okay. There you go. So just stuff that we talked about in our What You've Been Doing. Brady had read Captain Harlock, which was provided to him by Jody. Jody had watched the modern day Suspiria, which we'd been clamoring for you forever that because
rewatch
they
that.
just did a tremendous job on that. For me, I was talking about liminal spaces stuff. We had previously mentioned the back rooms and then but then just talking about liminal spaces in general. I think eventually one day when we finally get together for it,
Right.
that's going to be a fearology on liminal spaces. It would be pretty cool. And then finally, this was the episode with Ethan's secret admirer book.
Fuck.
yes.
Fuck
Yeah,
that book.
yeah. Someone secretly
Yeah.
loves Ethan way too much.
Yeah.
Of all the people that would get creepy stalkers out of the show, Ethan would have been the best option for that, I would imagine.
Huh.
So yeah.
Yeah,
His former boss Derek is here right now. Derek, we will show you the book here at the end of the show. It's terrifying. All right, so good job on that one, Brady. Brady, pick the person who has to pick the next one.
Jody.
Jody, pick a number.
45.
45. Too far. Too far, too fast.
Too furious.
Too furious. I'm happy about this one. 45. Homework, The Guns of Avalon. This is a buzzer question. Name the young lady who purports to be Benedict's great-granddaughter, and thank God she isn't!
yeah.
Dora?
I'm going to say no for a moment.
I can't. I just.
Doris.
No.
No.
You're getting further afield.
Yeah.
Okay. He said Dora. The answer is Dara. Do we give him the 5 points?
Yeah.
Sir,
Yeah,
the close.
sure.
Yeah, it has
20.
20.
Yeah,
20.
yeah, give it to him.
Yeah.
We're giving the boy points.
Okay, cool.
Because
Yeah,
we
yeah.
believe in participation trophies here in this motherfucker. Okay, so we're gonna go on. We're gonna go on. Yeah, Ethan, you're the last one of the regulars that is in this.
Let us go with 6.
Lettuce goes with tomato in a salad,
And also 6.
and also 6.
For the low price
for the low price
of 6.
6 what? Okay.
I've said
is-
Jesus Christ way too much in this episode. Good Lord.
You've been calling upon him for help. I don't blame you. Ooh, this is a JCQC. So we're gonna start out 5 and then go to 3 and then go to 1.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
List.
Yeah, no, this is not a this is not a press your list. This is CQC. First, if you get it on the first one,
I remember.
it's an obscure statement. It's 5 points. If you get it on the next one, it's worth 3 points. The final one is obvious and is worth 1 point.
Yeah.
All right.
Buzzers.
But yeah, this is buzz. This
Okay,
is Buzzer
yeah,
Town.
there's
So
buzzers.
this is Bus Chatter. Supervillains. For 5 points, Jay's favorite supervillain of all time.
Dr. Doom.
That is incorrect.
Joker.
That is incorrect.
When we go to the next level, we can.
Yeah, you
we
can
go back
answer again. So you can say
But
whatever.
I can't think of anything. Shit. Everything that's popping into my head, I know is not correct. Not that one. No. I can't think of anybody.
Alrighty. All right, so we're moving on to 3 points again. Everybody's open. A clown jester that destroyed the world.
Kefka?
That is correct. This has bonus points. Give me his full name.
Kefka Palazzo?
That is an 8-point totaler there. You have
Nice.
44 points
I
now. Good job.
genuinely do not remember who this is.
That's from Final
Final
Fantasy
Fantasy VI.
Which, by the way,
okay.
the 1 point question. Final Fantasy VI.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That tracks.
Yeah.
this was a fun one. This episode.
That's
this
my
one-
favorite Final Fantasy villain, definitely.
Yeah. So Star Wars Lego. Ethan had just gotten the Star Wars, like the complete Star Wars
Oh,
Lego
yeah.
saga,
Uh-huh.
which was pretty cool. Jody mentioned that he had listened to an album by a band that Brady loves and I also enjoy, which was Impera by Ghost, which it really showed between the two of them, Jody and Brady's love music, the love of their music culture that they love. That it was to me, it's a tie that binds. For Brady, it was a mention of Western Legends, which was just played last week, I believe.
Yeah,
Shop,
because I got
Ultra
the
Mega version.
I got the big box with all of the extras, the town miniatures and the big nice, super nice poker chips for all the pieces and everything like that. Holder didn't like it, but it's a game that I really, really like because you can just kind of do whatever you want in it.
I know I liked it when it was. I think you came up with it a few months ago, and it was you, me, and April.
Yeah,
who played it.
I played it once with you too, with the regular game,
Yeah.
not the super expansion.
Yeah, it needs to be played with at least that second big expansion because it gives you, because otherwise like some things are just a little bit too powerful, whereas other strategies are like super, super weak.
Just collect gold and go gambling.
Yeah. Well, in the base game, like gambling is useless. Like it takes too much time to do. But they make it actually mean something in this game. But we play with like just about with all the expansions, pretty much, just without some different variants. But yeah, I had fun.
All right. So I choose the final one for this round. Let's see. Let's go with a more recent one and the same number we call 44. 44.
The rifling of the pages.
This is a press your list. You'll be making lists on this one.
Okay.
This is Omnibus Theater, heavy metal.
Damn it.
This list is placed in order of appearance in the movie. Den, Tarna, Plutonium Nyborg, Lochnar, Harry Canyon. Again, that is Den, Tarna, Plutonium Nyborg, Lochnar, and Harry Canyon. All right, here we go. Let us start with Ethan. What have you got?
Okay. Harry, Lochnar, Den, Plutonium, Tarno.
That is incorrect. Jody.
Lochnar, Harry Canyon, Den, Plutonium, Nyborg, Tarna.
That is 100% correct, top to bottom. That is 5 points.
I
Jody.
got the same thing.
Yeah.
Lochnar, Harry Canyon, Den, Plutonium, Nyborg, Tarna.
Yep.
Yeah.
You forgot the Lochnar opened the movie.
Oh, yeah. Okay, gotcha.
For a second there, I was like, "Oh shit, was Harry Canyon no, he was the taxi driver." I was like, "No, for a second there when
Gotcha.
you were listing him off, I was like, was he the astronaut? No, he wasn't the astronaut." I was hoping that I was right about who Den was because I don't remember some of these players.
I don't think the astronaut had a name.
No, I don't think he was ever named, but I was like, maybe he was.
He may have had one in the credits, but I'm not sure on that.
Right.
So at the end of this round,
Okay, gotcha.
it is Brady at 49, Jody at 30, Ethan at 10.
The things are not looking good for the home team y'all.
Brady, if you would, give us our final sponsor, and then we will go into one last question.
Okay. Does the crushing weight of this world keep you up at night? Are you afraid of things that go bump in the night? Well, then maybe you would like to check out a podcast. I'm sorry, I'm stepping all over this. I'm trying to do this off the cuff, and I'm not very good at it. Maybe you'd like to check out a podcast that explores fears. And that podcast is Fearology, hosted by one Jody Kite.
Oh, my bad.
Jesus Christ, Ethan. Fuck! He's fucked it all up. God damn it. Fucking hell. I was on a roll.
I'll fix it in post.
My bad.
Don't fix it in post.
I'm not fixing
Jesus
it. Goddamn.
Christ.
No. I'm adding reverb to his voice and nothing else.
The doorbell to the mind is very frightening.
Check out Fearology.
Thanks.
Jody works really hard on this fucking podcast, and Ethan doesn't give him the goddamn respect he deserves.
I bet Ethan's
This
never
man
listened
does
to
2
one episode.
podcasts. I barely can do one.
I appreciate it.
I need help from 3 other people to do this shit.
I also need help from 3 other people to do this shit.
Yeah, but you do one all by yourself.
That is true.
Okay. So, in honor of a quiz show moment that we had in our first quiz show, which was Brady, our final question is a Final Jeopardy style question. You're going to be bidding points, and then the 3 of you collectively are going to come up with the number of the question I will ask. You'll all have to agree to the same episode question. But so everybody put it again. Brady has 49 points. Jody has 30. Ethan has 10. Put in how much you're bidding.
Fucking hell.
Oh, before we even... Okay.
We can bid up to our maximum amount.
Up to your maximum of points, yes.
Minimum 0.
Minimum 0.
Okay.
You can just say, you know what, fuck it, 0. We're going to find out. If you pick the one question that may still be left, it may have already been asked. I told you I wasn't going to tell. At the end of this,
Oh, that's how it works.
At the end of this, if it doesn't trigger,
Right.
then I will.
Of course.
Yeah, I will give you that one. Then.
Yeah. Okay. I got my wagered points.
All right.
How many do I have?
You have 49. Jody has 30. Ethan has 10. All righty. All right, gentlemen, agree amongst yourselves which question is going to be asked.
Have we done 11?
We
I
did.
think
we
so,
did,
yeah.
'cause
Okay.
I picked it
Yeah.
up.
13.
We haven't done 13.
No, we haven't done 13.
I'm fine with 13.
13 it is.
Wait, just out of sheer, have you made a question for this current episode? I'm just
He did. He has
He
been
did.
saying
He
that
did
there's
say 50.
Have-
So, but we.
what if we wanted the last question to be question number 50?
What if the answer to the question is going on right now?
I don't know.
See, we're in now.
Yeah. But the question was written in later now.
Yeah,
Or earlier now.
All right, let's do 50.
number 50.
50.
50.
Is that your final answer? We'll also bring in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire too. So
Yes.
50 is
Final answer.
Oh, this is kind of exciting. I don't know what to expect.
So this is Jeopardy, right?
yes. This is the Jeopardy.
Okay.
So question 50.
Buzzers.
Yeah, no. This you write down your write
You
down
write
your
it
answer.
down?
Write down
Okay,
your
gotcha.
answer.
Okay.
All right, write down your answer.
Okay.
All right. So question 50 from the Toto Hoto, the Travelers on the Omnibus, History of the Omnibus. What was the first word I said in this episode? Be specific.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, as long as you're 21 or older, Michael Hill, Jason Holder, proudly bring to you the Whiskey and Wrestling Podcast. And if you're not done with that, go listen to something else.
Fingers down, pencils down. All right. So Ethan, you have the least amount of points. Show me your answer.
I chose, what is boys?
That is incorrect. How many points did you
I
wager?
wagered 0.
You wagered, so you will have 10 points. So hopefully everybody bid way more and didn't get anything right. Jody,
That
you
is
are
the
in
hope.
second place with 30 points. What was the first word I said? No, that is incorrect. How many points did you wager?
0.
0. There you go, 30. Brady, What-
Celebration! Exclamation point.
that is absolutely correct. How many points did you wager?
49 points.
49.
Oh, nice.
49 points. I'm giving you 2 bonus ones.
Fuck,
Brady,
now I gotta figure
you
out
have, you have 100 points. Yes. Celebration was the first. There's a reason why I did that.
Nice.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Nice.
So for what, like, I think we've done 4 of these and you've won 3 of them. Or I've won 2 and you've won 2.
I was about to say, stop.
Yeah, I've won 2, you've won 2, I think.
Yeah.
So there you go. So, sir, congratulations. You now have the ability and now the burden, perhaps,
Yeah,
of
for
choosing
real.
episode 51's
I have to,
theme.
like, take a break so I can think of
Yeah.
So while you're thinking of that, I will do a promo. Ladies and gentlemen, if your Tuesday nights are boring and you'd like something to do that involves role-playing games and the watching thereof, I highly recommend the channel on Twitch known as Ron and Roosta, a.k.a. Kevin Gallo, who's on YouTube. Every Tuesday, aside from the fact when the world just decides to conspire against them, they perform some of the best RPG stuff that is going today, whether it is the dark future of Cyberpunk Red or the much brighter, I guess, future, or is it just like the weird now? I don't know what to
The
what
weird now.
The weird now of the unofficial Pokemon RPG Poke Roll. Again, that is Ron and Roosta on Twitch, and with the VODs that come up later with Kevin Gallo on the YouTubes. And there you go. There's some very fun and good stuff coming out from that. We're going to give our gentlemen a few extra minutes of that. So I'm just going to ask the 2 gentlemen that came in second and third. What did you think of this Toto Hodo?
I liked it.
I liked it.
I thought it was pretty good.
Very good. I appreciate
Very
that.
fun.
I was surprised that I got as many points as I did.
Yeah,
so.
you got 30 whole points.
Yeah,
It was
got
very
30
good.
whole
There you
points.
go. There you go.
I
Good stuff.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's like I don't remember.
Some of the questions that were asked were things that I knew besides having to do with this show.
Yes, is a,
Brady, can I give you an idea? Because I'm going to tell you what I would have done if it would have been me.
What would you have done?
Mixtape master, where you give us 3 different albums that we have to listen to.
Oh, Jesus
he
Christ.
gives us 3 albums. Ooh,
yeah.
that's rough.
That's
and
what I
rugged.
was going to do.
Oh, that's
Oh,
rough
wow.
and rugged. That's rough and rugged. That's a good.
Oh.
You're more than.
You don't have to use that, but that's
you're
what I
more
was
than
going to
open
do.
to getting help for that if you want. So, but that seems like a cool thing. Studio audience, yell what you would want to see on an episode of Travelers on the Omnibus.
Or listen to.
We'll listen to it. Yeah, we don't have visual yet.
Yeah.
Look, no. If you're looking at the spectrogram of the show, what would you like to see show up on that?
No,
spectrogram?
what you do is you close your eyes and then you rub your palms of your hands into your eyes. You'll see something.
Yeah, and then
That's true.
You'll
Yeah.
see something.
Cosmic horror, maybe.
yeah, and then
while you're listening to us.
You'll see a faint image of the Macho
Don't
Man
do that
Randy
while you're
Savage
driving.
t-shirt.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you're
Yeah,
driving,
if you're driving, don't do that.
if you're
please.
driving, pull over and do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't
Yes.
do that while you're
pull
driving.
over right behind a state trooper. They
then
love it
you-
when you do shit like that.
Yes. Wait till you see a cop who's sitting in the middle, either in the middle of the road or on the side of the road, and pull up right behind them
Yeah.
or in front of them. They love that.
Just aggressively rubbing your eyes.
Yes. And tell them that you're trying to see God, and then see how that works.
What have you been on tonight, son?
Oh man,
That was funny and that was great, but I apologize because it's still taking your focus away from what we're going to be doing. In the
God
next
damn
episode. Gentlemen, just between the 2 of you, pick a number. We'll some bonus questions.
7.
Okay.
The lucky number 7, which now joins 13 and 11 apparently in the lucky number pantheon.
Yes.
Welcome to chill.
The post-game.
Welcome to Chill Vibes bonus round right now for this, and it's been very good. If I can find it, and I'm not just tussling these pages so that Brady has more time. Bus Chatter 7: The Joys and Heartbreaks of Streaming.
Oh, God.
Okay,
For the
Our
most,
lowest rated show.
yes, but we don't talk about that. Buzzer,
I just did.
Buzzers, gentlemen. For the most part, this episode was just a nonstop piss take on Netflix, Disney Plus, and Hulu, particularly their navigation. One of the biggest positives came from Ethan when he brought up A, Tubi, B, Amazon Prime Video, C, Sling TV, or D, Twitch and YouTube gaming.
Twitch and YouTube.
That is
Yep.
correct.
That's what I was going to
There we
say.
go.
This motherfucker never watched Tubi in his life.
Special stuff. And let's see. Brady.
No. I'll correct. I watched Tubi when I think we were watching Mandy, or was that
You watched something that had
No, Jay watched Mandy on Tubi and had to watch it on something else because it was too many ad breaks.
No, Ethan was the one who complained
was
about
it?
ad breaks.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't mind the ad breaks in Mandy, but I will say this: there was one ad break in there that was so poorly timed
Right.
because it was right in the middle of the acid scene with the wife.
Yeah.
Yeah,
where,
that's a
like,
really bad movie to have.
Right,
to have
commercial breaks.
That draws like that. The whole thing
Pulls
draws
you,
you in, and you
right.
need to ride that whole thing out. All of a
Right.
sudden, here's the. By the way, do you like Tostitos? no, I don't want to care. But now, if Tubi had a Cheddar Goblin fucking commercial,
Oh, God.
and then there's a Cheddar Goblin commercial later.
Oh,
Now I'm like,
man.
I don't know what's fucking real anymore.
yeah,
Shit.
yeah, that would have been hilarious.
Oh my god, the Cheddar Goblin sponsoring Tostitos pizza rolls.
Spoilers. That was actually the question for Mandy. Was like, what part of the movie did Jody say we were just gonna blow right by this? And Brady and Jay said, no, we're fucking talking about this. It was the fucking Cheddar
There's
Goblin.
Cheddar Goblin.
You have to talk
You
about
put
it.
some respect on Cheddar
Cheddar
Goblin's
Goblin.
name. God damn it!
Yeah. just Nicolas Cage going, huh?
Cheddar Goblin.
it's fucking perfect.
Kind of fucking love that movie.
Oh, yeah.
Such
I
a
need to
good
watch
movie.
it. That guy's first movie, which is I think it's called Fear the Black Rainbow or something.
It's
the
a
Black
Greek
Rainbow.
name that I can't remember the name.
It's well, the guy's name. It might be originally in Greek, but it's the guy's name.
Speaking of Greek stuff, buzzers up real quick.
Okay.
From Aegon Part 1, what was the name of the island?
Ah, fuck. I ran that and I don't remember that shit. Was it like Thestis or Thesis or something
You're
like
thinking
that?
of Thesia, the priestess of Apollo that was
Oh,
in there.
okay. Okay.
We
I've
all,
already
I haven't picked up the.
I can't think
we
of
all
this.
experienced this together
Uh-huh.
in one night, but it looked like it was 2 nights because we cut that one into 2 episodes.
I cannot.
Nemos.
think of it.
Nemos.
Nemos.
Okay, I couldn't remember. I haven't picked up a
Brady,
Aegon book in a while.
I apologize. I thought you would jump straight on that. I didn't realize you had forgotten the island.
no.
Nemos.
It's
I
okay.
apologize.
It's
man.
okay.
All right. So, are you ready for episode? What are we doing? Episode 51, sir.
I'll be honest. I'm kind of torn because that is a good idea that Jody had, but I also I feel like that might be too much fucking work. If I would have thought about that beforehand, fuck it. I'm gonna be that guy. The boy is ready. We're gonna watch Old Boy.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
The boy's not ready.
The boy is ready.
The Korean.
Hold on, yeah.
He's
Hold on.
the Korean version.
There is no other goddamn version. There is no other goddamn version.
No, God damn it. We would have seen the Korean version, and he would have seen the Spike Lee version and not known.
And I would have had to drown him in a puddle of piss.
And the fucked up thing, it's not his piss.
No.
He would have outsourced the piss to
Yes.
drown him in.
Yes.
That sounds
All right,
like
so-
Old Boy.
Okay.
So the Korean
The
version
Park
of Old Boy,
Chan-wook movie
classic.
starring Choi Min-sik,
we were watching Old Boy.
There is.
Old Boy.
I want to add a caveat to this. You can't look at your phone during the time we're watching this movie, like at all.
Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, a good amount of time has passed since we last spoke with you. It seems like it was just 1-to-1. However, we started looking for Old Boy, and we just could not fucking find it.
Because you can't find it.
'Cause you can't even rent it on Amazon Prime. I thought it would at least be there, and it wasn't even there. Fortunately, the patron saint of Korean movies for the Omnibus, Mr. Brady Davis, has 2 copies.
Yes.
That we can acquire, and we'll be able to do that. Jody has his own copy. So
Yeah,
we're
I'm
gonna go
my
there.
own patron saint of
So-
Korean
Yeah.
cinema.
Yeah, so on our own time, we're going to be watching Old Boy, and next time you hear from us, we're going to be talking about Old Boy.
It's like we dipped into that episode about the woes of streaming.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We need to go back in time. We need to bust in.
And here I was just praising YouTube and
it's
Twitch.
just
There we
crazy.
go.
Like, it's not even on like those really pretentious streaming services like Mubi. It's crazy. And I didn't even think about that before then.
That's a real thing.
I have
Yeah,
2 Mubi. Yeah, it's all the like pretentious like YouTube
Super porn movies also.
Yeah, like it's almost like it's kind of like a Criterion channel almost, but Criterion also has
But
their
called
own thing.
Mubi.
It
Yeah.
used to be on VRB.
They
way
have
back.
like it's hands like
I can
like
see
all
that.
these
I can
pretentious
see
like YouTube video essay people who talk about cinema and things like that. Shit that I
Basically,
really eat
the
up.
ones that didn't go to Nebula.
They're all or they are on Nebula as well usually. I just don't have Nebula, but they all are sponsored by Mubi, so I get it a lot.
That's
the
crazy.
newest
All right.
Park Chan-wook movie was actually the Blu-ray for it was put out by Mubi because
okay,
it's on
okay.
Mubi.
Yeah.
There you go.
I've got it. I just need to watch it.
There you go.
Movie when it was on VRB, I watched the most pretentious movie I've ever seen in my entire life called A Z and Two Aughts. It's called Zoo.
I've heard of that.
It's fucking pretentious as
I've heard
Oh,
of
yeah,
that.
Zed
I've
and
heard-
2 aughts, I would imagine.
I've heard of
Jesus
that.
Christ. So there you go.
Yeah, and availability online just never crossed my mind because I have 2 fucking copies of it.
Well,
I got, like,
but also, again, like,
I would have had 3, but I let somebody borrow it.
It's a
and
Korean
never gave it
classic
back.
movie. Like, you know.
It's usually one of those that started
to me,
a lot of
like,
things.
it breaks past that. It's like to me, that's a world classic of like that kind of like raw, like quick little spoilers about raw, just in your face. Like these are things to deal with
I bet
that you just don't get.
I bet Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance is probably available to
No,
watch.
but I have that one too.
Yeah.
Or Tetsuo the Iron Man.
Well,
don't have that.
Lady
I don't
Vengeance.
want that.
The trilogy.
I have all 3 of them.
Yeah.
The Blu-ray that I have of Lady Vengeance is has the fade to white version.
Oh.
It starts in color and it slowly loses color and ends in black and
Oh,
white.
I like that. That
Yeah.
sounds pretty
Pretty
sweet.
cool.
Alrighty,
Pretty
so-
cool.
All right, so that heart attack averted.
Yes.
We have come to the end.
I will say I have watched the movie in both subtitles and dubbed. I think the dub for the most part is actually pretty good if you would prefer to do that. Or watch it both. I don't give a shit.
I would prefer the dub.
But the
Well, actually, you said you have 2 copies.
I have 2 copies.
Okay,
I will
so-
give you if you really want the dub, I will give you the DVD version of mine
Okay.
because the Blu-ray for some reason with the dub, there's a lot of like Korean text on screen, and they sometimes will, and the subtitles you can't. And the Blu-ray, for some reason, you can't use the subtitles to just show the writing on screen. It shows the
Okay.
and the translation in the subtitles is a little bit different from what you get with the dub, so it's a little distracting.
Okay.
With
So
that,
if you have 2 discs, we can actually knock that out in one night, because what I will do is, because I can get to you that night, and like I can hand off one to you, and I'll have one, and we should be good to go there.
Yeah.
So we can we handle that in one
which would
night.
you prefer?
It doesn't matter to me, honestly.
Okay.
I watch both. So.
Okay, it works with both. I only say this because back when I like to watch things in the original, you know, but when I first watched this, I was less, careful. I was less caring about that, and
Right.
that was the kind of the version that I started with, was watching
Gotcha.
watching it dubbed. But I think you get a lot of good stuff because I think it's a pretty good dub. Especially the main character, whoever did his voice is like really good.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So
Ethan, like a gazelle from the hunter, free yourself. That's from you'll get that reference.
Yeah,
You'll get that reference.
No
I kinda
distractions.
figured.
Yeah.
You gotta have no distractions watching that movie.
I
Laugh and the whole world laughs with you. Weep and you weep alone.
And you
Arms-
shall weep.
arms and legs inside your chairs, gentlemen, because yes, the bus has hit the station. We are about to disembark for the final time, for the 50th time, but not for the final time, just for this episode. So once around the table with feeling, if you have any thank yous you want to give about, do so, starting with this man right here.
I am Ethan Skinner.
I am Jody Kite. I would like to thank all of my other hosts for being part of this show.
I'm giving you the Buddy Christ thumb up. Thank you, brother. Much appreciated.
I am Brady Davis. And I thank no one but myself.
And once again, I am James McCarthy. Enough thanks have been given out, but again, thank you all. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by and enjoying the ride, guys. Have a good one.